What's your favorite scary movie?
Horror Daddies.
Hey, slashers and scream queens, and welcome to the Horror Quickies, a sideshow to the Horror Daddies, where we talk about your favorite horror TV show.
Like Chucky.
It's episode 4, season 2. I don't know why I always get the numbers mixed up.
And this is the episode. This is it.
This was, oh my gosh, guys, finally the twins are in this episode. This whole episode, yes. This whole episode was all about the twins and what has been going on with them. And honestly, so far, my favorite.
Yeah, I mean.
And for those of you watching, look who's behind me. So.
And we're going to just say it, calling all the haters out for Cedar Chucky.
Yup.
Y'all motherfuckers thought that y'all be hating, and all of a sudden, all over Twitter, oh, Cedar Chucky's so underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
now,
you.
right?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
And then I just want to give, since we are going to be talking about a lot of Seed of Chucky stuff with the twins and whatnot, a quick shout out to my friends over at Scared Gay Podcast, where Paul and I sat down and we talked and discussed Seed of Chucky.
I love you.
Love you guys. So please go give them a follow, go give them a listen, and you might see them soon in the future. Ooh. So, with that being said, this episode is episode 4, Death on Denial. It starts off with Chucky doing like a live audience TV show.
It's like TV, like Jimmy Fallon,
yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, but it's just Chucky.
Yeah.
Honestly, more entertaining than Jimmy Kimmel. Just saying.
Yeah, can we get like a TV show, like a sideshow of just Chucky interviewing celebrities?
Oh, that'd be so fucking awesome.
I would love that. He's kind of like talking to the audience, and then he kind of throws and tells like the bell doll is sitting there, which is kind of weird that she's there. Yeah. And he asks her to say something and she doesn't. He's kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of throwing like, is she alive or not?
And they've been teasing that for a while, because ever since we saw her, it was like we never knew if she was alive or she was gonna move, because something always interrupts. Yeah. So it's like something's happening with this bell doll that we don't know.
And I mean, there's a possibility, like if they were to kill like the human Tiffany, like she could go. She has a doll here.
Yeah, and she could maybe before she dies, she can like transfer her body there.
Or she's already there.
She's playing it cool.
Because maybe Chucky's not mad at this Tiffany, because it's not this Tiffany that's being petty, it's the human one.
Which I get it.
But we go back to the twins where Tiffany welcomes both of them, and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just cleaning the blood.
Yeah, it's for my Insta.
For my Insta, which is corn syrup. Is not real. Ashley has a dead body from 2 episodes ago in the closet, which is really funny. We find out that the twins, they've been dating the same person. Paul
from the Scared Gays?
Oh my god. Oh, Paul!
Paul! You're keeping a secret from us?
Yeah, they've been up to that. Then they ask about Nika Pierce.
Yep, and immediately
title
Tiff
card
is like, what the fuck? Title card, amazing title card. It's really creepy.
It's like
different versions of Chucky like killing.
I think it's from previous episodes.
Yeah, it's really
like
creepy.
on small TVs and stuff. And then we get Act 1 where Glenda possesses an important question, which is, who is Nika?
Yeah.
So Tiffany, of course, lies about it.
Yeah, she says she met
a little bit. She did meet her at the asylum, which that part is true.
She's stretching the truth.
Yes. She don't say nothing about having her hostage or nothing.
No, what? But it's the same lie that she tells the detective, where it's like, yeah, I met her once.
Pretty much. And then as they're having dinner, Glen goes and disappears, and then Glenda opens up to her mother and says that they have been having nightmares.
Yeah.
Of their previous life, which is kind of when they killed Joan in Seed of Chucky, which Glenda did do that.
Yep.
But like I was telling him, and I know some people might get confused, and I try to kind of make sense of it. They were in a doll's body, and when they probably got their soul split and transferred, they got transferred into babies.
Yeah.
So now all of their memories are just from those babies on, not from when they were a doll.
Yeah, because we get it like for the Chucky dolls. All those Chuckies are their own separate person, even though they're technically Charles Lee Ray.
Exactly.
So yeah, they're Glen, but their memories are completely different. So, but like we get at the beginning of the season, that there's some fragments of memories, because the Chuckies in the first episode are like, you look familiar, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So Glenda is like having these dreams of visions of previous life
when they
when they were a doll.
They also say that they don't feel whole.
Mm-hmm.
They feel, kind of
Like
empty,
like
which makes sense because it's one soul that got split into two.
yeah, they're not a full person.
Exactly. So then we do get Glenn trying to break into Nika's room, where this is when they get interrupted by Tiffany, and we meet Jeeves, who's supposed to be the butler, but not really. He's there to just guard the door from someone not breaking in.
Yep.
But we are to a surprise party.
Yep, everyone, they're like, wait, what? So they just decided to throw themselves a surprise party. They invited Sutton
Stark, which is from Housewives of Beverly Hill. We have Gina Gershaw, which I love this because she's from Bound with Jennifer Tilly.
Yep.
We have, I forgot his name, Joe Patialino, which I will admit, I've never seen Bound, so forgive me.
Yeah,
But I kind of know the reference.
Easter eggs.
There's a lot of Easter eggs to Seed of Chucky. And
it's like a love letter to like Jennifer Tilly's life.
Yes.
Like, it's pretty great.
And then Meg Tilly, her real life sister, because this is technically Jennifer Tilly, not Tiffany Valentine. Okay, so I'm gonna I try to catch as many Easter eggs as I could.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And I kept going and telling him like, oh, that's from Seed of Chucky. Oh, that's from Seed of Chucky. Oh, that's also from Seed of Chucky. So we do get an Easter egg of the cake. The cake that the twins have for their birthday is literally the same cake from the beginning of Seed of Chucky, when Glenn has the nightmare of them murdering the family.
Yeah, and it's like red in the inside and everything. Yeah.
We do get another Easter egg of the champagne bottle, which later we find out that Glenda spiked it just like Tiffany spiked it on Jennifer and Seed of Chucky. I'm going to try to say them all now because I'm going to forget. Then we have later on in the episode, Glenda hits Glenn with the trophy, just like Tiffany did to Jennifer.
Yep.
There's a lot.
Well, we had the bounce scene, which is like, it's like literally scene by scene.
Yeah.
Like,
so Gina Gershaw fingers Jennifer in this scene.
She's starting to, which is call back to Seed of Chucky when Chucky attacks Jennifer, and Tiffany in the background is like, yeah, Bound is on the TV on the cable. This is when Gina Gershaw's fingering me. So she's trying to this time.
Yeah. And then there's one more. Oh, Glenn has a teddy bear, and they are calling it Billy, Billy Boyd is who played Glenn in Seed of Chucky.
Yep. So there's a little reference to, shout outs to the original voice actor.
The power goes out. And Jeeves is annoying the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, he's like a bigot. Like he is like, with Joe, he's like, oh, you're that Guido guy.
Being Italian.
Just and they're like, hey, that's a slur. I don't like it.
He calls Gina Gina,
and it's like, oh, you're just a lesbian or whatever. Oh, we hooked up to Sutton.
Yeah,
and just
like you've been on reality TV, and I know you, and she's just trying to ignore him.
Yeah,
and then with the twins, he starts
misgendering them. Yes, just like, oh, why are you dressed like a boy and you're a girl? And and they're like, well, we're non-binary. We go by they them. That's the whole point. And he's just like, just typical bullshit.
Yes, exactly. Which you want him dead immediately.
Exactly. And you'll get it.
So yeah, we cut to Tiffany calls his ass out, puts him by Nika's door. 5 minutes later, he's dead because the power went out and Nika's gone.
Yep. And Tiffany is freaking the fuck out.
Yep. So she plays it off as this is all a game. It's a murder mystery for the twins. The twins were stuck in the elevator, and we'll find out why later. And then they go in the living room. They're trying to play it off like, oh, you might be a suspect. You might be a suspect. You might be a suspect. And
because, he called you out because he hated your character because... the
he called everybody out, so anybody could be the murderer at this point.
But I love that she's like, but not me, I'm good.
But I love how everyone's like, what about them? And Glenn's like, what about us? And she's like, y'all, he called y'all out too. And they're like, and Tiffany's like, you guys know them, they wouldn't do anything evil. And I'm over here like, Glenda's evil as fuck, right? From last time I remember.
Like, Glenda got some problems.
Yeah. But
and I love that Joe's like, who would murder people for pronouns? Yeah.
Oh, and they play with accents in this scene.
Yes, because what's her name? Gina's is doing like a British accent, but she's not
British,
good at it.
French. I think she even does German. And then Glenda does the German one, which I was like, oh, no, sorry, the British one, which is I was like, oh, Glenn did speak in British accent and see it. And then
Glenn says also, we wouldn't
hurt a fly, which they say that in Seed of Chucky.
Yep.
We cut to where Glenn and Nika are talking.
Just
and
randomly. I'm like, whoa.
I was like, oh shit, they know each other. And we pretty much the plan is to get Nika out, but they have to do it precisely because of the alarm system and the elevators off, the power's off, and the back door, all this stuff. But we cut to 3 months ago where the twins were visiting. Tiffany knocks out after drinking, and
they go into the room
and they find out that Nika's there. So they find out all about Nika,
that the mom's a lesbian
or a murderer. That's that scene. And then Glen leaves to make sure that Tiffany isn't coming, but Glenda stays behind, accidentally cuts herself on a knife she had, and the blood wakes up Chucky. So then they find out Chucky. Meets Chucky. And then
pretty much it introduced. But the thing is, it's Nika. So Glenda's confused. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And Chucky ends up calling them shit face, which, you know, that's what
it triggers them.
Yeah, because Glen has always been called shit face. And they were like, what the fuck? Why'd you call me that? And it's kind of cute because Chucky's like, I always meant that as an affectionate thing.
Yes,
right?
and I'm your dad. And
yeah.
So at this point, Glenda's the only one that knows about Chucky. Glen doesn't know.
No.
Because Glen is very surprised when it happens.
Because it happens again because they're about to start their plan going to the elevator.
Yeah, because this is when the power goes back on after this whole scene.
And they find Joe dead, like with gunshots everywhere.
And of course, the blood wakes up Chucky.
Chucky, yeah.
And this is when Glenda hits Glen with the trophy, and Glenda goes, because even Chucky looked at Glen like, hold on.
Yeah.
And I think he didn't know that was Glen. So this is when Glenda's like, well, they're a wuss, so they're not going to go through with this plan. Yeah. So then Chucky's like, where are my arms? And I was like, hold on. Because then it cuts to commercials.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
What arms? What's happening? So then Glenda and Chucky are coming out of the elevator like some bad bitches.
I was like, whoa, like called out, like, by name,
straight out to everyone, right behind Tiffany. And this is when Chucky pulls a gun on Tiffany. Everyone thinks this is all an act still from the fucking murder mystery party.
It is the funniest thing because they made it like, oh, we gotta record this. We gotta record this.
Yeah, let's put it on the gram. But Chucky pulls the gun and there's no bullets.
Yeah, and I love what's her name? Dora. I forgot her name. Nika. Yeah, but I was meant the actress.
Oh, Fiona Dorff.
Fiona Dorff. Her delivery when she finds out that there's no bullets in the gun is so perfect. Like she's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck, Glenda? Glenda's very confused.
Yeah, like it's like whoa.
Maybe Auntie didn't put bullets in it. I don't know, but. Glen.
Also, she has fucking metal arms.
She's a Terminator.
She a Terminator. Like, what? Okay.
But Tiffany slaps the shit out of Chucky, so wakes Nika back up. And then
she immediately gets on her knees crying, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. But then Glen comes out and they are like, Nika, go. Not run. Wheel your way out.
You see me rolling.
Yeah. So Nika's rolling. Glen and Glenda run to the door, but Glen decides to stay behind because they feel bad that the mom is going to be like this now.
Yeah.
So then Glenda's like, well, do me a favor and ask mom about who is Tiffany Valentine. Because if you really think about it, their biological mother is Jennifer Tilly.
Yep.
Well, the human twins' biological mother is Jennifer Tilly. The doll's biological mother is technically Tiffany Valentine.
Yeah, exactly. So,
which is technically Glen and Glenda's biological mother is Tiffany.
Yeah. So that's another thing that we're gonna be answered hopefully later in a later episode.
Yeah.
So I honestly can't wait for that.
I can't wait to see more of this because Nika makes it to the van and is revealed that Kyle is alive. And it was spoiled for me because you know Twitter be popping right after these episodes are over. But like I was like, oh my god! So this whole Nika and Kyle are meeting for the first time, but it seems that the twins already know Kyle.
Yeah, because they're like, where's Glen? And Glenda goes, well, don't worry about that. So
that's what I want to know is how Kyle and they met.
Yeah, and I wonder, does Andy know?
Because
we haven't seen Andy since episode 1.
Exactly. So I'm very excited for that. Of course, Tiffany's very destroyed that Nika got away.
Yep.
And that's pretty much the end. Well, then we come back to Chucky on his on his talk show.
And brings Liv Morgan, WWE star.
Yeah, which honestly very cool.
Yeah.
Because I know she's a fan of the show. And
she
Chucky.
had like a podcast with someone saying like, I want to be murdered. That's my dream.
Yeah, and hey, mine too.
Chucky.
But honestly, I wouldn't be mine being murdered by the twins.
Honestly, Tiffany can kill me. Actually, no, I want to get my neck slit by Jennifer Tilly.
Don, if you're
Let's
listening,
go.
I'm up for it. I'll fly to wherever I gotta fly to.
Don't pay me. I don't care.
It would be such a dream to be like somewhere around in that Chucky universe.
That would be so awesome.
But yeah, he ends up saying, well, to the fans, I know I haven't said my F-bombs or killed someone in this episode.
He has 10 F-bombs for the episode, right?
Yeah, and haven't murdered someone. So, Liv, you remember when you said that, rolled the tape, and they do that, and then he stabs her and says, fuck, as he stabs her. Yeah. And then he ends up killing her, and then he's saying basically, good night, sweet dreams. And then he goes to say fuck, and they cut him off real fast, which is really funny.
I love how they end it, because he goes, fuck. Well, he's like flicking off the camera. It's so great.
This episode, it was so good.
This was such a fun episode.
Mm-hmm.
Great introduction to the twins. Lachlan Watson killed it. Want to see more from them. I can't wait to see what they're gonna move forward with the twins. So I hope this season is not the end of the twins. I hope
they continue.
I hope they continue it. I love that they're split now and they're good. So I can't wait.
I wonder if they're gonna have bad blood.
Yeah,
which it would be hard if they're technically, because I feel like they have this thing where like they feel like they have to be together.
Yeah, because it's that twin connection, you know.
Well, also they're split
the same
soul.
person.
Yeah, it's a split soul. So that's very interesting, and I can't wait to see more of it.
Yeah, I can't wait. This honestly was a great episode. Damascene, you've been doing it.
Yeah.
You've been rock. Every single episode has been a banger. Topping the first season, which the first season is good.
And the first season is already good as it is.
Yeah.
And I also have the question if Tiffany even has the Glen, the doll, somewhere hidden.
Because
they're gonna find out that they were a doll before this.
That's gonna be the twist, and I really hope they have the doll. That would be so cool.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was episode 4, and I'm sorry this episode's a little late.
We had issues with sci-fi, so we said fuck sci-fi. We're gonna go to Amazon.
So we ended up buying the seasons, which is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, just join us next week for episode 5, and I can't wait for that one.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Check it out on Tuesday. That's definitely gonna come out on Tuesday, so we should be good. I'm sorry, not Tuesday.
Thursday. Yeah. And happy Halloween if it's still Halloween whenever this comes out. And I hope y'all are safe and sound. And
check out our
check out our merch.
Subscribe, like, everything. We love you. Stay spooky, stay sexy.
Horror Daddies.
And see you in your dreams.